A plus. My brother, how can I start this? You were out of town. Okay, first and foremost, were you in New York?
Yeah, I was in New York from May to June.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, how did you hear the news that you've been arrested for cocaine?
I heard the news in in Pretoria, South Africa.
Oh, you were not even in New York?
No, I was in Pretoria, South Africa. That's the unfortunate part of it. When the news broke, I was not in New York. I had left New York. I came to Ghana. I spent 2 weeks, and I went to South Africa.
So you saw it on the internet?
Yeah. In fact, the day that the news broke, I didn't see it because that day I was having too much fun. I was even drunk. When they said I was arrested, I was drunk. I needed people to help me to go and sleep.
Yeah.
I was having fun.
Yeah.
And then people said I was in jail. Yeah. And so I saw it the next day when I had the message. Somebody sent me a message. One of my friends at Bush House, BBC, sent me a message and said, go and check this link. And the reason why he sent me the message to check the link was that he knew it was not true because I was on Twitter with him the previous day. So,
How did the news hit you?
I think that I decided not to talk to anybody. I decided not to get on any TV or radio when I came back. It's just that, your man Felix, he puts me under so much pressure, and I have to be on TV doing. The worst thing that can happen to anybody is when you are tagged with drug.
Yeah.
If you want to say something about me, say I was chasing one woman, which won't be news.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But if you tag somebody with drug, and then anytime I go on Google and I Google my name, the first thing that comes up is arrested for cocaine. It's something that you don't ever want to happen to you. And the funny part of it is that there's so many people who, I heard somebody say, I heard a comment yesterday, so you see, people have that perception, that way of thinking.
Yeah. So maybe a disclaimer is good at this point, that you're saying here and now that story is not true. No, you were not arrested. You've never even had an altercation with the police in New York. It didn't happen.
If I was arrested for something else and then somebody thought I was drunk, then it can be justified in one way or the other. But I have not been arrested in New York. I've not even been arrested for motor offense. You understand? And so it makes it difficult for you to understand why somebody comes up with a story and it's all over the internet. I am one person who don't want to have too many issues with the media because they're the same people that you go and say, I have a new product and I want you to promote it. So it means that it's hot and cold. You have the good parts. When you need them, you think that they are the world. And when they air, sometimes you have to just overlook it. But this one went a bit too far, especially your station TV3. I don't want to generalize stuff, but there are certain things that people must take a little bit of care when they are dealing with. People look at me and say, but you make songs about politicians. I want one person to come and tell me the lie I told about a politician. When I pay my tax money and somebody chop it and I make music and I say it, you say, so when I'm sleeping in my room, you can say I also went and sold cocaine. It is a very immature way of thinking.
Where did the story come from?
I think that Hafco Dems will be able to answer that question. I was not in town. I only happened to also see it.
After you came in, I mean, did you investigate? Did you find out?
When I came in, I've spoken to one or two people. The people have come to me to say we are very sorry, and the story we didn't see it. We're also following it to see how we could help, but we found a story on Ghana Web. The other person comes and say we found it on Ghana Celebrities. The other person comes and say we found it on Facebook, and it's so confusing. You understand? I think that people have